Coral Club in network marketing. I think no one has any doubts right now, after previous presentation, that network marketing has a bright future in front of it. Do you agree?
Yeah!
And the wellness branch is gonna be one of the most awesome branches possible, I think. Do you agree?
Oh!
Yeah, so let's talk a bit about Coral Club in network marketing, especially in this wellness branch. Wellness for me is abundance. Abundance in physical world, in emotional world, in intellectual world, in spiritual world, fulfillment, right? So, the question is that the health is important. Yeah, sure. We have to be healthy to get better life. So the question is, what usually people do to maintain or improve their health? They're gonna eat well and exercise more, right? So exercise more is self-explanatory, but we've got on this planet right now a very big issue about food. Do you know this slide? Who have seen this slide before? The food isn't what it used to be anymore, because it's not so rich in this nutrition that we need than a few years before. And I have to tell you one more thing. I didn't want to join another marketing company. The marketing companies are great, yeah, but I didn't want to join. But I'm still here. And how this did happen? The need come from my beloved grandma on the left side. This is my wonderful sis and my grandpa. So, yeah, we are a pretty normal family. And my grandma had this problem with her health. She wasn't leaving home for 2 years for a walk. 2 years in home all the time because she was fainting. And the food wasn't enough. I was transporting them some real good raw food, and it didn't make any difference. But when we started with water, everything has changed. 3 months, after 3 months of good hydration, my grandma started every day with a walk. And myself, I lose 12 kilograms. And that was my wellness in my past. I wasn't interested in healthy lifestyle, but it happened. It came from what I love. So after I hydrated myself, my grandma has this wonderful health issue solved. I decided, this is interesting. Maybe I'll do some cleansing. They have been talking about some Colorado. Let's try this. And that was amazing. Before Colorado, if I was running, I was, like spitting out my insides. But after Colorado, I ran 10 kilometers, 12 kilometers. And I decided I will run a marathon. And before, it wasn't possible for me. And I prepared myself to this marathon in just 1 month and a half. And I made it. Thanks to Colorado and hydration. So why I'm saying you to this? Because the market is very big. There are multiple solutions on the market. There are so many books about health, videos, websites. So the people don't know what to do anymore. It's like a big junkyard of knowledge when everyone wants to have their results, but they can't find it. And they're searching and getting more knowledge, and nothing really happens. The people just want to go from the point they are now to their wanted results with something which is easy. Right? So the question is, what Coral Club have that no other wellness companies does not have? Why are we different? And like before, It was said the firm is on the market for about 20 years, but I believe that the mission starts even farther. So I want to tell you a little story that begins almost 100 years ago. The story begins with a hero, with his quest. And his quest was to found the Fountain of Youth. Something with magical proportions, almost, which gaining people a good, long, healthy life. So he was searching all his life for these places, and he found 5 places on earth with this fountain. And this Fountain of Youth, it used to be water, but not usual water. Very different water. Who heard about, for example, Hunza land? Yeah. So he found these places, and he dedicated all his life to understand why this water got these wonderful properties. His name, you probably know, the airport in Bucharest is called by his name. His name is Henri Coanda, because he was a pioneer in flight, but also creator of fluid dynamics. He was such an expert about water that he could take a sample of water from any place around the world and calculate how long people will live there, in accuracy to 5 years. But this quest wasn't too big for just one person. So all his life works he put to another, to his successor, Patrick Flanagan, who created for us microhydrogen. Who know microhydrogen? This is wonderful stuff. And that wasn't enough, so it was passed to another, to Dr. Nick Begich and Robert Titman. They are continuing this quest, and they created H-500. Oh my gosh. Who is taking H-500? Yeah. We will hear on this conference, so Dr. Robert Titman, so take a notes, because what you got here is the heritage of 100 years research about the water. We are the only company who understand this so good. So take a notes. On the other side of the globe, there was another wonderful gentleman, Susumu Uehara, who put marine coral on the market. He decided to share the Okinawan, I lost the word, Okinawan
experience.
Secret of healthy living to the world. And this is just the first step, because everyone is starting with nutrition. And like I showed you before, the food isn't what it used to be. So this would have to dissolve in our bodies, and we have to be hydrated.